There was a time when Ranveer Singh looked destined to become the biggest contemporary superstar of Hindi cinema. He had everything working for him: remarkable screen presence, strong box office pull, versatility, and a charismatic energy that was uniquely his. But somewhere along the way, that same off screen energy began working against him. His constant visibility, overexposure, and loud public persona started making him appear too familiar, too accessible. And the unfortunate truth of stardom is that mystery is a crucial ingredient. When an actor is everywhere, the audience subconsciously begins to feel there is no special reason to spend money to watch him on the big screen. To Ranveer's credit, he seems to have recognized this. In the last couple of years, he has chosen to stay quieter and more selective. But the post-pandemic phase hasn't been kind to him. None of his recent films have truly kicked. That's why Dhurandhar feels important. This project carries the weight of expectations not just for the film itself but for Ranveer's career revival. When the teaser dropped, especially with that incredibly catchy title track Na Dil De Pardesi Nu Tenu Mitda Rona Pe Joga, I was instantly hooked. The music, the mood, the visuals, and the entire cast felt electric. It was the perfect teaser, short, punchy, addictive, and promising enough to generate massive hype. And honestly, 90% of the audience excitement was already created at that stage. But then the trailer got delayed following the tragic terror blast in Delhi. A delay was understandable and respectful, but the marketing momentum slowed sharply. It almost felt as though the team had assumed the hype would sustain itself. Weeks went by with minimal promotions and the enthusiasm started slipping. Now, new reports say the film will be split into two parts because the makers have over 7 hours of footage and feel a single film would compromise the story. Part 1 releases on December 5 while Part 2 is reportedly coming within the next 5 months. Whether this strategy will work is hard to predict. It can either build curiosity or frustrate viewers depending on how Part 1 ends. But what is clear is that the trailer arrived quite late. Released on November 18, leaving barely 20 days before the film hits theaters. Still, the trailer itself is something else. For starters, it's unusually long, almost 4 minutes. My initial reaction was, who releases such long trailers anymore? But surprisingly, it doesn't feel spoiler heavy. Instead of revealing the plot, it offers a character-driven introduction to its ensemble. Each major player gets a moment, a name reveal, and a defining trait. It's ambitious. But in some moments, I felt the trailer showed more than necessary. Certain character entries could have been far more impactful if discovered fresh inside the theatre. Take Akshaye Khanna for example. Seeing him in such an intensely violent avatar, Rehman Dakait, would have been an incredible big screen surprise. But even with the reveal, he looks phenomenal. His screen presence is chilling, unpredictable, and magnetic. Arjun Rampal also stands out as Major Iqbal from the ISI. Cold, ruthless, and terrifying in the best possible way. R. Madhavan and Sanjay Dutt seem equally impressive, each bringing a distinct flavor to the film's gritty world. And yes, Ranveer Singh is good, but in this trailer he doesn't dominate. Strangely, none of his shot feels like the hero moment you expect from a leading man. Maybe the film is structured differently, or maybe his major moments are deliberately hidden, but looking at this cast, it's clear he has serious competition for the spotlight. One aspect that cannot be ignored is the sheer level of violence. Dhurandhar might just be one of the most graphic and brutal trailers Hindi cinema has ever produced. The opening sequence and the Rehman Dakait marketplace scene in particular are extremely disturbing. We have entered a trend where filmmakers seem determined to push the boundaries of gore, and this trailer embraces that trend fully. Explosions, dismemberment, facial injuries, crushed skulls, it's all there. The question is it necessary? I'm not against violence on screen if the story demands it, but violence without emotional weight becomes numbing. Shock for shock's sake doesn't make a film memorable. Emotional stakes do. What worries me is that the trailer, despite being visually powerful, doesn't convey much emotional depth. It's all atmosphere, intensity and chaos, but very little heart. This is where I hope Aditya Dhar's storytelling sensibilities come through. His last directorial, Uri, wasn't just a patriotic action film. It worked because it has emotional grounding, the father-son bond, the national sentiment, the personal stakes. all of it made the action meaningful. Aditya Dhar has also produced some impressive projects recently, so expectations from him are naturally high. I trust he understands that audiences need more than just stylized brutality, they need characters they care about. On the positive side, the music in the trailer is excellent. It blends seamlessly with the visuals and elevates the sequences. The background score is punchy and haunting when required, adding layers to the grim and chaotic tone. The cinematography also feels bold and atmospheric. Dark palettes, smoky frames, and gritty texture dominate, making the trailer look intense and immersive. But for me, the biggest takeaway is the ensemble. This is one of the strongest multi-starrer lineups in recent years. Everyone seems hungry, everyone gets their space, and almost everyone leaves an impact. The only exception, at least in the trailer, is the main lead, Ranveer. He feels understated, almost overshadowed, and maybe that's intentional. Maybe Dhurandhar isn't a hero-centric film, but a sprawling narrative where every character matters. If that's the case, Ranveer's comeback might be more performance-driven than star-driven. Either way, the film has the potential to be an intense theatrical experience. The world looks fully realized, the cast looks superb, and the ambition is clearly huge. I genuinely hope Dhurandhar lives up to its hype and becomes the comeback Ranveer deserves. More than that, I hope it delivers not just spectacle but emotion, because that's what will ultimately determine the film's impact. As of now, the trailer delivers in terms of scale, visuals, and ensemble strength. Whether the film itself will match that promise, we'll find out soon enough.